What magic I just did is just because of using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code. Hi folks, in this video I'll be explaining about the project that I made using JavaScript, CSS, and HTML. And the name of the project is Stop Wars. With that, I'm also hoping that you are doing great and you are in good health. So this is Amit, your friend. So before we started the project, what I did in my initial stage was went to Google and searched for a stopwatch and figured out how the stopwatch would work and what functionality should a stopwatch have. So if I go to start button and press start, as you can see that it will be in running state. If I press stop, then it will be in stopping state. If I goes for reset, then it will reset all the things that it were used to. Means set all the values to zero. So in order to do this, what I did is make a overview of the project, how the project should look like. So in order to make this happen, I went to VS Code and write few codes. Before writing the coding part, I have created a stopwatch folder inside VS Code. And inside stopwatch, I have created three subfolders. And the name of the folders are index.html, script.js, and style.css. So let's get started with HTML part. How the structure should be and what to write in HTML. That was the first challenges for me. So I went to HTML and write few HTML code. I wrote title as stopwatch and include external file like CSS file and JavaScript file. So inside the body, I have created a div with ID container. Inside the div, I have created two more div with ID time and button container and wrote few basic commands of HTML like span button, etc. and gave them IDs, class, and also add event listener. So this is just the basic structure of the project. In order to make the project aesthetic and very colorful, then I went to style and write CSS query. Inside the CSS, I have wrote some basic function that is I styled body container digit button container button start stop and reset using their respective IDs and class. So the main part of the project was JavaScript. So I have initialized the hour minute second and count as 0. So you must be wondering about why I have used count, because all things are very clear. That is hour, zero, minute, second. So count is nothing but this is somehow related with second. Means 1 second must be equal to 100 count. Afterwards, I wrote a boolean expression and set timer as false and wrote few function, that is start function, stop function, reset function, and last one stopwatch function. Inside the start function, what I wrote is set the timer as true and call the function stopwatch. When someone click on the start button, then the stopwatch will start, and someone stop, then it will get stopped. So inside the stop function, what I did is set timer as false. After that, I have also written reset function. And inside the function, set timer as false, hour as 0, minute as 0, second as 0, count as 0. And select the elements using their IDs and set them as string and give the value 00. And the main part of the logic, or I would rather say the functionality of stop was comes inside the stop was function. If timer is true, then we'll write these codes. Otherwise, we don't have to write anything. Set count as count plus 1, meaning count will get incremented by 1. That is, if count is 0, then it will get increased by 1, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how it is working in every 10 seconds. So if count equal to 100, meaning the second will get incremented by 1 and set count as 0 lastly. If second is 60, then minute will get incremented by 1 and set second as 0. If minute is 60, then set hour as hour plus 1, meaning the hour is incremented by 1. Set minute as 0, second as 0. I wrote four variables too, and the variables names are hour string set as hour, minute string set as minute, second string set as second, and count string set as count. If hour is less than 10, meaning hour string will concatenated with string 0. Same goes for minute, second, and count. And lastly, I have selected the elements with their IDs. And inside the set timeout, I have called the function and set as 10 millisecond and call the function when stop get started inside the start function. So that's how the coding part, and it ended here. So let's go back to the Google and check out if the stopwatch is working fine or not. In order to check this, I have pressed or hover the mouse over the start and press start. As you can see, the timer is starting. If I press stop, then it will get stopped. And if I again start, then it will start. And if I reset, then all values would be set as 0. So that's how the stopwatch is working. So with this, I have closed my file, and the code part I have also uploaded it on my repository under the name Amit Love Coding / Stopwatch. You can see or take the reference from my code if you want to. And lastly, I'd love to say that thanks for watching me and love you guys. See you soon. Bye bye for now.